I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving! The show goes on! This is my home! They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here!
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Deadliest Catch. I am your host, Magic Johnson, and today we have a new episode. A whole new year, actually. A whole new fucking year. It is that metaphorical reset. And I say metaphorical because time is barely real. I mean, it's very real, but barely, you know? First thing is thirst. So if you want to check out the Instagram, the Killa podcast at Instagram. My Instagram, Killa_.b at Instagram. Also, that is the TikTok. If you're watching this, which you are, Killa B Studios on YouTube. If you're listening, it's Killa B Studios on YouTube. Baby boy, baby girl.
Been a nasty girl, nasty.
Real quick, dude, what else did I have to say? Did I leave something out? Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the comment, hit the share button, share it with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your non-binary friend or your grandmother or your cousin or your uncle or your grandfather.
Is somebody gonna match my freak?
So that's all the housekeeping. I think that is all the housekeeping. Let's see. New year. And what's that even mean, really? What does it mean? Not much. Doesn't mean much. For some people, it means a lot. But a new year is kind of like a refresh button. No, it's not that at all, actually. It's kind of like it's a new chapter of a book that you're already reading, I guess. And how good the book is depends entirely on you. Because you could either suck or you could not suck. And that's the thing about New Year. This is the point I'm trying to get to, is I do not like New Year's resolutions that much. I mean, I'm like, there's some things about them I like and some things I don't like about them. I don't like that people think, I don't like the term New Year, New Me. Because it's not true, and it's not how people work, and it's not how bettering yourself works. You don't change your life overnight. That's the point I'm making, is you do not change your life overnight. So the New Year, New Me thing really annoys me, because lifestyle changes is a lot of little steps that happen over the course of a long time until eventually your life is different. People want to wake up and then be like, oh, now I'm going to work out every day. Or even just waking up on the first and being like, oh, I'm going to work out 5 times a week. Yeah, you're not. You're going to do it for 2 weeks and then you're going to quit. Or people who, which I don't hate this one, people who go, I'm going to stop drinking. It's probably going to last for 2 weeks. A month if you're disciplined. So the new year, new me, because here's the thing. Your old self follows you wherever you go. You can't just run away from it. You can't just run away from it through time or through space, through time and space. To the bayou or back, you can't run away from your old self. This one time I was going through a breakup and I thought that moving to California would make me feel better. And guess what, dude? It didn't. Time helped. Time does help. Let's see. I did probably four or five sober Octobers before I finally did a sober October that lasted 3 months. And then the next year I did a sober October that lasted 8 months. And this year I'm going to do 9 months, probably, maybe. I don't know. I may never drink again. So we'll see about that. And
I'm not fucking leaving.
the show's staying here, brother. Killa B podcast isn't going anywhere. It's a new year. And here's the thing. I don't have a New Year's resolution per se, but my plan, here's my plan. I'm glad you asked. My plan is to just keep shit going, dude. Keep the podcast going.
The show goes on. This is my home.
Keep my workout regimen going.
The show goes on. This is my home.
Keep, what is this? Keep guitar regimen going, dude.
I've been a nasty girl, nasty.
And what else? That's it. To figure shit out financially this year would be pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to front. That would be pretty cool if I could figure it out. Oh, also, by the way, damn it. House cleaning. Laundry. I meant to say this. So this doesn't come out for 2 weeks. Today, right now, the time and space that I'm in is January 6th. The great anniversary. So that's today. And this episode won't come out for 2 weeks. So it'll come out, let's see. 7 plus 6 is 13 plus 7 is 20. So it'll come out on the 20th. Yeah. It'll come out on the 20th. But right now it is the 6th. So I'm speaking of New Year's as though it is fresh, which it is, but it's not at the same time. And that's the weird thing about time and space, and that's the weird thing about video and audio is it can exist in so many times at once. And that is mathematically impressive, and it's a thought that I've never had before until right now, and pretty cool. I'm cool. So,
Is somebody gonna match my freak?
the things I want to do for 2025, like I said, keep the podcast going. Just keep it going. And here's the thing about the podcast is I like doing it. But it takes a lot of time. Most successful podcasters, they have a guy or a lady who will film their podcast, edit the podcast, and do all the cool stuff for them. I do it all myself. And it's time consuming. My Mondays are it's the podcast. I work out in the morning, and then it's the podcast. I've started to prep episodes on Sunday. So on Sunday, it will be figure out what the opening clip is, just the audio bite, rip that from YouTube, edit it, get it in to Ableton. figure out what I want the sounds on my soundboard to be, rip those off of YouTube, edit them, set up the opening soundbite with the DJ scratch, with the intro song. Boom. Get that edited, get the levels right. Figure out what I want for the outro song. Boom. Get that in there. Boom. Get the Kill Bill sample in there that I do at the very end of every single episode. Boom. Get that in there. Boom. Put reverb and delay on it. Boom. Make sure the compressors are doing their job. Boom. Get that set up in Ableton. Save it. And then the next day, Monday, today, all I have to do is record the actual episode into it and then just move stuff slightly so it's not weird. But I take the raw, unedited audio, send that to my phone. This is Monday now. Send that to my phone, put that into the Video Leap video editor app. Do the same thing. Open and clip. Boom. DJ scratch. Boom. What else? Intro song. Boom. Audio, video. Boom. And I have to sync it up. I have to sync those two things up, the audio and the video, which a lot of people don't know. There's some old episodes where the microphone audio cut out and it switched to iPhone audio, and you can hear a difference. The iPhone records more of the whole room. The microphone gets more of just my voice. So it's better, and sometimes it blah, 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 blah. So I sync up video and audio. My elbow's been popping a lot today, and I think it's fucked up because I pop it too much.
Is somebody gonna match my freak?
I get that going, and I edit that together, export it. That takes a long time to get it out of the app into my phone's photo library. It takes a long time. And then I edit the thumbnail, and then, which also before I record an episode, I just do a short video of me sitting and doing like stupid fucking poses just to get a thumbnail made. Because to not have a good thumbnail is ridiculous. You got to have a good thumbnail. A lot of YouTube clicks is just thumbnail and title. That's it. So I spend a lot of time doing that. Oh shit. I just got chest pains. What if I had a heart attack on the podcast? Do you think I would get 100 subscribers? Okay, it went away. Woo! Dodge that one, baby.
I've been a nasty girl, nasty.
So Mondays are dedicated to... Oh, that's so funny to me. Mondays are dedicated to...
I'm not fucking leaving!
The podcast. And the ultimate point I was making before that rant was I'm going to keep the podcast going through 2025. And the thing is, you know, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of investment for not a lot of return. And that's just what the podcast is. And that's what podcasting is. That's what anything is. You know, if you do art, if you do a podcast, if you design rugs, or if you make hats, or if you do fucking earrings or whatever, or if you make necklaces, whatever the fuck you do, for a lot of the time, bitch, it is a lot of investment and not a lot of return. But the key component, I think, truly in my heart, deep down, is not quitting. That's what you have to do. You have to not quit, because quitting means you will never get return. And never giving up means you might get return. So, but the thing is, that might, if you get return, then you get more return. And what I mean by that, I'm glad you asked, is, let's say subscribers, for example. The more subscribers you get, the faster you start to get subscribers. So, going from 1 sub to 100, very hard. But going from 100 to 200, not as hard. It's not as hard as that first 100. And going from 2 to 3, not as hard as 1 to 2. And you get what I'm saying. It snowballs. Going from 100,000 to 200,000 is not as hard as, getting to 100,000 was. It snowballs. It accumulates. The fatter the snowball gets, the faster it rolls. So, that's the same with, any type of return. I'm sure if I had advertisements, the more money I would start to make, then the more money I would start to make. You know what I mean, brother? So, I'm going to keep the podcast going because
I'm not fucking leaving.
And also,
The show goes on. This is my home.
because this is my home, baby. And that's just that. Keeping the podcast going. Non-negotiable. It's a non-negotiable, which, that's a new term. That is a new term. That is my phrase for 2025. That is my theme. How do you spell negotiable? Just kidding. Wait, am I kidding? Okay. It's an E at the beginning of negotiable. It is. 2025, baby. Non-negotiable. I have my non-negotiables this year. Doing the podcast, an episode a week is one of them. Now, here's the thing. Getting guests on. I don't often feel like having guests. The episode that came out today had Angelina on again, which is random. We didn't plan that. The day before we recorded that episode, we had a Christmas party at our work because we work together. If you caught that on her first appearance, then you know that. But we work together. And we had a Christmas party. And at the Christmas party, she just said, let's podcast tomorrow. And I said, all right, fuck it. So we did. And that episode came out today. And we both agreed that was not our best episode. And sometimes that's the thing with podcasting, especially doing it once a week. They can't all be the greatest. I don't think it was a bad episode, but the first episode was definitely more energetic. So sometimes it really do be like that. And, so that felt inappropriate, but what was I saying? Keeping the podcast going. Non-negotiables. Podcasting is one of them. Getting guests on. That's exactly what I was saying. Getting guests on. I've said it 100 and gazillion times. Not a word. But I want to have more guests. The owner of Ghostface Brewing wants to be on. I will have him on. I don't know when, but I'll likely take my equipment to him instead of bringing him into, here. So there might be an episode that comes out of Ghostface Brewing. We'll see. We will see. Let's see. More non-negotiables. Keep the pod going. Get significantly better at the guitar. I want to get significantly better at the guitar. And how am I going to do that? I'm glad you asked. So, that's the episode title. I'm glad you asked. Oh, that's a good title, brother. Amen. Thank you. Fist bump it? Hell yeah. Get significantly better at the guitar. So, an hour a day. An hour a day. Or, actually, and I've talked about this. I've already said all this. But 7 hours a week. 7 hours a week. Bare fucking minimum. Don't care. Don't care. Excuses. Don't care, baby, because it is non-negotiable. 7 hours a week. I don't care. Oh, you don't feel like it? Too bad. Do you listen? I played guitar since I was 11. Or was it 10? Either 10 or 11. I think it was 11. And my thought process is I know I don't suck. I know I don't. But I should be way better. I should be way better at the guitar than I am. And the reason that I am not is because bad practice habits. And this goes back to old episodes. If you want to be an artist, you have to be disciplined. If you want to be good at your craft, you have to be disciplined and you have to take it serious. So this is the year that I finally take guitar real serious, and I do a bare minimum of 7 hours a week. And why do I say 7 hours a week instead of an hour a day? Because of this. Some days I work real late and then I sleep in late and then I work late the next night. So there's some days where I might get 30 minutes in instead of an hour. But then, I have 3 days off in a week, like basically every week. So some of those days I can hit 2 or 3 hours. So a bare minimum of 7, averaging 9 or 10, that's what I'm going for all of 2025. And I've already been on that regimen, and I have calluses on my fingertips, which I'm very proud of. My fingers, they have weird flat spots, but very proud. And that is another non-negotiable. I have to do it. I played guitar for so long, and just to be what I feel is mediocre. And listen, dude, goddamn. See, this is weird to talk about with people who don't play an instrument because they just kind of feel bad. And I'm not saying this. I'm not saying these things out of pity. I don't feel bad for myself, and I don't think I suck. But compared to how good I want to be, I'm in the range of mediocre. Because I want to be great. I just want to be so fucking undeniably good at the guitar that where I'm at now, I just view that as very mediocre. Very like beginner, like very just not sharp, not fast, not anything that I adore about the guitar. So it's not out of pity. I don't feel bad for myself. I don't think I fucking suck. I just want to be awesome, dude. I want to be so good and diverse, and there's no reason to not be that good. I have a really good guitar. I have a really good amp. I have software. There's people who do video lessons online. There's free YouTube videos. There's every fucking resource in the whole entire electronic world that are at my literal fingertips. I have an iPhone 13 Pro. I can watch lessons at Starbucks if I want to. There's no reason to not be as good as I fucking want to be at the guitar. I'm not disabled. There's nothing wrong with my hands. There's nothing wrong with my there's nothing severely wrong with my brain. There might be some OCD or something, whatever. We all got something. Who fucking cares? But there's nothing wrong with me that'll stop me from learning what I want to learn. And that's the key part too. I want to learn. I want to be good. So the only thing getting in my way is not doing it. That's the only thing. Is just here or I've been practicing. So let's say 2 months ago. 2 months ago, just distracted by my phone, distracted by TV, distracted by fucking whatever else it might be, just fucking distracted. That's the only thing getting in my way of, being as great as I want to be. So, that's how I feel about the guitar. That's how I feel about the guitar. I had a saxophone that my coworker let me borrow. I gave it back. Because what do I want to... Well, first of all, the sax was out of tune. It's not a great saxophone. It was an Amazon sax. They're not known to be great. It wasn't in tune. So that was a big factor. But also, another factor, what am I going to be mediocre at sax and mediocre at the guitar at the same time? No. I want to be fucking great at the guitar, and it's going to take a lot of practice. It's honestly probably going to take more than 7 hours a week. It's probably going to take fucking, 3 hours a day. I don't know. But baby steps. Because like I said earlier, lifestyle changes don't happen overnight. You can do it overnight and then it'll last for 2 weeks. You got to sprinkle changing your life in. You got to sprinkle it in. Change something here, change something there, change something there, change something there. And then, 6 months later, you take a look at your life and it's way different. That's how changing your life works. So, anyways, brother, playing guitar is non-negotiable.
Is somebody gonna match my freak?
Did I talk about working out? No. So, working out. It's also a non-negotiable, but, and this is a big but, this is what I've been lacking on the most over the past 2 months. I took a 6-week break, and then I had 2 weeks on, and then recently I've been 2 Sundays in a row. Sundays when I run, it was rainy, and it's too cold to run in the rain. If it was summertime, I would run in the rain. That's easy work. It's actually refreshing. Because it's so hot and humid in North Carolina. So if it was summer, I would run in the rain. Wintertime, not an option. You will get the flu. You just will. So I'm not doing that. I don't like running on the track at the YMCA. I just don't like it. It's weird. And treadmills give me tunnel vision. And my Achilles, it's been almost a year. In February, it'll be a year when I heard it. But my Achilles is too fucked up to jump rope on. So I cannot do that. Not an option. It's fucked up. Anyways, I'm rambling. I've been slacking on working out. But in my mind, working out is also, it's the third non-negotiable. It's the third and final non-negotiable of 2025. Something that I have to do 3 days a week. Fine with me. I've talked about my workout regimen. I flexed. I don't need to go that into it, but it is, it's the one I've been a little too flexible on recently, but it is the third non-negotiable. And why am I saying it like that? With those three things being non-negotiable, there's going to be some things that I have to negotiate on. And one of those things is sleep. Now, you would think, if you listen to health experts, you would think that sleep is also a non-negotiable, but something has to give. Something has to give. There's going to be some 5-hour nights, some 6-hour nights. Ideally, I would like to hit 7.5. That's like where I'd like to be as far as sleep goes. But, especially if I'm going to play the guitar for an hour after work, there's going to have to be a little less sleep. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Also for 2025, and this isn't a non-negotiable, it's just for most of the year, but maintaining sobriety. Because this tight skate, is my phone recording? Dude, if my phone's not recording, why do I do that so often, dude? I fucking get up with these headphones on, and then I yank them. I fucking yank them. My phone is recording, boy. I'm fired up today. Fuck.
Is somebody gonna match my freak?
I want to maintain sobriety because balancing the weekly schedule that I'm trying to balance, drinking will fuck it up, dude. It would fuck it all the way up. Now, doing edibles would also fuck it up. I don't think they would fuck them up as bad. I don't think they would. But when I know when I eat edibles, I don't wake up as easily the next day. And there's science behind that. THC does block your deep REM sleep, and it lowers the quality of your sleep. It helps you fall asleep more easily, but it lowers the quality of your sleep. And neuroscience does not classify sedation the same as good healthy sleep, and that's what THC does to you, is sedates you, and that's why you fall asleep more easily. But it does lower the quality of your sleep. Now, if you have chronic sleeping problems, like you just don't sleep, no matter how sober you are, no matter what you do, then maybe THC, maybe being sedated is a better option. But me, as long as I don't have caffeine past like 4 p.m., I sleep fine, especially if I'm working out. So good sleep is not an issue for me, like I said, unless I have caffeine late. If I have caffeine late, I will have restless leg. I won't fall asleep. And if I do fall asleep, I'm going to wake up a billion times. So, wow, totally lost it. So I think THC it's up in the air. My plan is to have 9 months of stone cold sobriety, but we will see. I also quit doing Zen, because I'm pretty sure I have rain-ons, and rain-ons is a phenomenon that happens. It's pretty common, but where your fingers, toes, nose, and ears, for me, it's just my fingers, they get cold enough, they go white and turn numb, and if they've been white and numb for too long, they turn purple, and after they warm back up, they turn bright red. So, since wintertime has hit, mine has been real bad, so bad that when it's not even that cold, when it's like 70 degrees, just my pointer finger gets like real numb and white and purple and just like uncomfortably numb. So Zen, nicotine, is a vasoconstrictor. Is that the word? Don't care. So it makes your blood vessels tighten up. And if you have rain-ons, your blood vessels tightening up is not a fucking good thing. So I stopped doing them. Also stopped doing cold showers. Cold showers I've been doing for a long time, but that exposure to cold is not good. I got hand warmers for running because I run outside, obviously. But yeah, dude, that's enough about that. Don't care about that much. Let's see. I'm spending the whole time on 2025. We're past 30 minutes. Okay, I'll speed it up. Let's see. I want to get better at producing music. Mixing and producing. I want to get way better at that. Just for the videos I do, and I want to make an album, which I still have an album in mind. I haven't worked on it because practicing guitar has been the priority of getting better at the guitar, because I don't want to make an album that's fucking mediocre dog shit. So I want to get better at production, better at guitar, and still work on making an album. That's still in my mind. It's still in my heart. It's just, like I said, I don't want to make mediocre dog shit. So that's where I'm at with that. Maybe buy a new watch or a new guitar. One or the other this year. One big purchase this year. It'll likely be a guitar, or maybe speakers. Some sort of speakers, studio monitors, or just nice speakers for my record player. I have a nice needle now. Maybe some nice speakers should be next. I don't know. Some sort of big purchase for something that I will use a lot. So we'll see about that. I would like to get my own place. That would be awesome. So we'll see. I would probably have to get a different job for that, but who knows, dude? Who fucking knows, man? I don't know. Maybe find some. No, I don't want that actually. Let's see. I want to figure out finances in my 30s. That is my plan. Do I want to talk about all this other stuff? Oh, I guess I could talk about my favorite stuff of 2024. And the favorite things, my favorite things I've done this year was start the podcast back up. So I want to give a shout out to Alec. Maybe he still listens, but he started listening to old episodes because I had like a 2-year hiatus of not doing any episodes. And Alec, who he still worked with me at the time, he doesn't anymore, but still the homie. He started listening to old episodes, and I was like, oh shit, dude. And then a couple people started listening to old episodes that I know, and I was like, oh shit, dude. And that inspired me to start doing episodes again. So shout out to Alec. And that's one of my favorite things of 2024 was starting the podcast back up. And again, I want to touch on another subject with the pod. I don't think I'm particularly extraordinary at podcasting, you know. I'm not the greatest at talking, and I'm not the funniest person. I mean, you know, I listen to the funniest people in the whole world. Like, the podcasts I consume are the funniest comedians. So, in my mind, compared to them, I'm not the funniest guy in the whole world. I'm not amazing at podcasting. But if I could be a link between comedy podcast and music podcast, I think in that gray area, there's gains to be had. So that's kind of the goal with the podcast at this point, and with the guitar and with the music and with what I'm trying to do, and maybe build something for my fucking self that's not fucking taking orders or making drinks or whatever the fuck else. But who knows? It's a long shot, but if you don't take the shot, then you won't make it. So that is one of my favorite things of 2024. Another favorite thing is the hip hop that happened, dude. Tyler, the Creator. We all know this. He dropped it. I don't know if you can see it. There's 2 Chromacopia posters on my closet door, but Tyler, the Creator. Boom. Killed it. My favorite of all time. My GOAT. My number 1. Killing it. Also, Doechii. She changed up her whole style. I didn't even know Doechii's music until Alligator Bites came out, and, you know, she is now one of my favorites. She said it herself that she was making music for the club, and that shit was lame, and now she's being true to herself, and now she's fucking skyrocketing into the atmosphere, stratosphere, space, science. So that's cool. Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips, great album. And I didn't even listen to it. It came out forever ago. I didn't even really listen to it until the tail end of the year, but it's fucking awesome, dude. Tierra Whack. Now, this, besides Chromacopia, this album is my favorite album of the year. One of my favorite albums of all time, dude. Worldwide Whack. WHACK. Amazing album. Amazing artist. Tierra Whack. TIERRA space, idiot. WHACK. Tierra Whack. The album Worldwide Whack. The song Imaginary Friends is my most listened to song over 2024, and that's not an exaggeration. When my Apple Wrapped came out, Imaginary Friends was literally my number 1 song of the year. 27 Club on that album is also fucking fantastic. Tierra Whack also has a Tiny Desk concert that came out. That was awesome. She had the Philly Fanatic. It is the that is the mascot for the Philadelphia baseball team. The Philadelphia whatevers. The Phillies. Anyways, Tierra Whack. Fucking awesome. And honestly, dude, Doja Cat, Scarlet 2 Cloud, however you say it, don't know. That album, you know, she's rapping her ass off on that album. She has some more poppy, more club stuff, but she is rapping her ass off on that fucking album. Also, Action Bronson came out with Sebastian Baklava the Doctor. That is an album title. Hard to say as well. All the syllables. He came out with that album. Also fantastic. Action Bronson is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I love him. I've been listening to him for a long time. Will always have love for Action Bronson. Let's see. I started my guitar practice regimen. That is one of my favorite things in 2024. I did it very late in the year, but still, it's one of my favorite things. And it's something, like I said, that is a non-negotiable for 2025. So thank you to the Lord for that. Sobriety, 2024. I was sober for 5 months. 3 months of 2023, and then it went into 5 more months into 2024 of just complete sobriety. And I've just found that I do better when I'm sober. I'm not belligerent. I don't drink belligerent. I'm not crazy. I wasn't ruining my life. I wasn't doing any of those things. But my mental health is much better when I'm sober, and I'm able to accomplish more when I'm sober. I'm not as lazy. My lazy days are not as significant when I'm sober. So that was one of my favorite things of 2024, was finding that about myself. Also the fitness. In 2024, I was the most consistent with fitness that I've ever been in my life. And again, that just helped my mental health and helped me feel good about myself, which is a good thing for anyone to go and do, to find that for themselves. So that was one of my favorite things of 2024. And also just the all-around discipline that I found in 2024 with the fitness and the guitar stuff and the sobriety and the cold showers. Just the discipline. And really, when it comes down to it, self-discipline is freedom. There's these things that you have the responsibility to do, and some people would think that's not freedom, but when you are just captive to your own habits and to your own just like, I need these things, I need whatever it is, I need a drink tonight, I need an edible tonight, I fucking need this, I need that. Like, I mean, I guess you're captive to both. But if you're out of control of your own habits and you're out of control of things that are objectively not good for you, then you're not necessarily being free. So I'd say that discipline is the ultimate freedom, dude. And I found that in 2024. And not saying I'm an expert, but I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to grow with that. And I'm still trying to do better, dude. So I got some other stuff too, man. The Tua Bitcoin, I wanted to talk about that and maybe talk about the drones a little bit, but I think I'm going to save that for the next episode. I think I'm at 40 or 50 minutes, so I'm going to end it. This feels like a good time. This episode feels complete. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you stay with me through 2025. I hope that your 2025 is fucking awesome. And listen, dude, it's not about a New Year's resolution or changing your life overnight. It's about, I'm going to spend this week or this day to just do 1% better. I'm going to spend this week to do 1% better or 5% better. I'm going to fucking, I'm going to draw or whatever, fucking, 20 minutes a week. I'm going to work out once a week. I'm going to, whatever it is, you don't have to change your fucking life overnight. You don't have to go from not working out to working out every single day overnight. That's not what it's about. I truly believe that in my heart. It's about one fucking baby step at a time. Stick to it. Don't fucking give up. Don't quit. But it's about one baby step at a time. And before you know it, 100 baby steps is a lifestyle change. So figure that out for your fucking self. Make your bed. Brush your teeth, baby. You know what's up. The heater came on. That's how you know the episode's done. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here, you know I fucking appreciate it, dude. So thank you guys so much. Love you. Bye.
Now, if any of you sons of bitches got anything else to say, now's the fucking time! I didn't think so. 今日はこれまでにしましょう。